For each litre of petrol, government will impose a tax of 1,450, from 1,350 and 1,130, up from 1,030 shillings for diesel. This after Parliament today passed the Excise Duty Amendment Bill that imposed an extra 100 shillings tax on fuel. With the increment, government anticipates the average pump price to be at 4,160, and this will generate 196 billion shillings annually. However, the tax was passed amidst protests from some MPs who argue that increasing the fuel prices will shoot up the cost of production.
Increase price on fuel, we clearly told you you're going to increase the cost of production and the price of goods on the shelf. It's clear. Now, it will reduce the real income of people, and they will have nothing to save to invest in the very same economy you want to raise a state.
I've been on the floor of this house complaining about borrowing, that the government is borrowing too much. You're on the floor of this house demanding for roads, demanding for hospitals, demanding for schools. Where do you want government to get the money?
That this time around, we really made everything possible to keep consulting the stakeholders and the government. And we have come from far to reach where we have reached. The issue of fuel is, and Madam Speaker, from experience, every time we have put something on fuel, does not translate significantly, it's actually minimal on other prices on the consumer index price of our country. So we need resources. This tax measure will raise 196 billion.
With the question that was first amended, do stand part of the bill. Those in favor say aye, the contrary no.
No.
Ayes have it.
The fuel tax has been passed as a substitute to a proposed 200,000 annual license fee for vehicles and 50,000 shillings for motorcycles. The House also passed a 12% excise duty on internet data as a substitute to the 200 shillings daily OTT tax, which the State Minister for Finance, David BAHATI, says has been evaded by many Ugandans.
So that if it became difficult for government to block people who are abusing social media, the punishment is not to increase tax on internet, because we know internet does more than just social media. And now that we have the country moving from contact, physical contact, to online platforms, it's even going to hurt businesses more.
But also, one other thing, that this 12% will be convenient, small, convenient, but it will increase our revenue by almost 60 billion, as against what we have been getting.
Meanwhile, Parliament has rejected an extra 100 shillings tax per kilogram of wheat grain, which was expected to generate 30 billion shillings.
So by imposing this extra charge on this, one of the things that we are trying to do is to encourage local production. Secondly, to encourage also use of other materials like cassava and others.
Honorable Minister, I don't know whether you've ever tasted a cassava flour chapati that you're advocating for here. And if there is one, can you kindly lay it on table? So that
the new taxes will become operational starting 1st July 2021. Herbert Ziwa, NTV at Parliament.